Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Jamar84 here once again. And we are here, as you can see from the title, to give a album review for Katy Perry's newest album, PRISM. Okay, now, Katy Perry, her last era for Teenage Dream, the way that she handled that era is the way I've always felt like artists should handle their era. Like, she rode Teenage Dream to the end. Like, she wore it till the wheels fell the fuck off.
It's now, 12 o'clock.
She wore that era down to the motherfucking ground. Now, I still have now, Katy, if you're watching this video, I still have an issue with you, bitch, because you did not release Hummingbird Heartbeat. And I still feel a way about that. But you know what? We'll get over that. We're going to move past. We're going to move past. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to give like a full track. Well, I'm going to use my phone as reference, girl. I don't think I'm going to give a full track by track review because there's not much to say. I don't want to just sit there and go through every single song. Like, I could, but you know what? That'd be a little bit much. But if there's something, you know, about it that I feel like you guys should know, I'll definitely say it. Let's see. Where is PRISM? Now, we know that PRISM starts off with the lead single, Roar. Now, at first, if you guys saw, I did my Lady Gaga Applause versus Katy Perry's Roar comparison. And actually, since then, both songs have grown on me a lot more since their release. And Roar, you know, really does kind of give you like the, you know, empowering, you know, making you feel good about yourself. I kind of deem this like PRISM's version of Teenage Dream's Firework, sort of, kind of, or at least one of the closest things to it. And actually, there's like 3 songs on this album that are kind of like Firework. But anyway, we'll get to those later. But yeah, Roar is kind of like, you know, the very empowering record. That video was really, I didn't too much care for the Roar video. I felt like it could have been executed a little bit more. I don't know. It just, the jungle theme, it was cute visually, but the you know, I don't know. I just didn't too much care for the video. But the song itself, you know, has grown on me a lot more. You know, I like it. You know, she performs it live. She performs it very, very well. I didn't too much care for the VMA performance, though. That was kind of late. The whole boxing thing, you kind of threw me for a loop for that one, Katy. But like I said, all in all, the song itself is good. Now we go on to track number 2. It's 2 in French for those who don't know. I think I said that right. Legendary Lovers. Now, Legendary Lovers is probably one of the songs I'm still trying to wait to grow on me because, I don't know, I just haven't been able to get into it just yet. I like the beat, though. It got like a little tribal beat. And I'm basically just talking about, you know, we could have been, it's kind of like, the message of it kind of reminds me of Adele's Rolling in the Deep. You know, we could have been this, we could have been that, but you fucked up. But, you know, we just could have been legendary lovers. We could have been iconic, bitch. But, you know, they're fucking up. Now, like I said, that song will probably grow on me the more I play the album. But let's move on to track number motherfucking 3. Track number 3 is probably one of my favorite, is probably the favorite of mine on this entire CD. And that's Birthday. Birthday makes me just feel so good. Uh-oh. Somebody texting me, Lord. Birthday is pretty much talking about, you know, I'm going to make it feel like it's your birthday every day. We're going to do all sorts of sexy, nasty things in the bedroom, and you're just going to be feeling good now. And she just, like, throughout the song, she'll sit there and just give you that, that sexy, you know, female voice, like, happy birthday. What? What, Katy? Girl, you better be making it seem all hot and steamy up in here. You better work. But I love that song. I'm going to play that song out when my birthday comes, come November 4th, just for y'all who want to know. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite song. And following Birthday is Walking on Air. Now, when, you know, Roar came out and she was kind of doing like a poll as to what she thinks the next single should be, and she gave out snippets of Walking on Air and Dark Horse, I like the from what we heard from the little snippet, I like the little beat drop in Dark Horse. But when I played the Walking on Air snippet, I said, I want that one. I want that one right there. Because that's my song. Walking on Air, it's It's just another feel good record. Like Katy Perry makes a lot of feel good pop music. That's really what a majority of her music does. It just makes you feel good about yourself. Okay. And walking on air, I'm wondering, is she talking about, tonight we're walking on air, you're giving me erotica, you making me feel exotic. When you say you're walking on air, like, are you on cloud nine because he's eating your pussy so good? Is that why you're walking on air? Or are you climaxing? Is that why you're up there? Like, I'm wondering exactly what the metaphor is exactly. Are you high? That's why you're walking on air? I'm not. But, either way it goes, I love the beat of the song, and I just, get my life. The next song is track number 5. And this is the official second single called Unconditionally. Now, this song, at first, I was like, it's cute. But, once I got into the song, I played it a lot more times and really listened to it. It's a really, really good song. It's probably one of my the other favorites from this CD. And this is probably really the actual firework of PRISM. And it's basically saying, telling the other person, I will love you unconditionally, be free, let your heart open and let me in because, I'm going to love you unconditionally. Now, Katy Perry released a lyric video for this song, and it was basically in like a black and white-ish, and there was this lady, she was singing the lyrics to what I thought was a man until I looked in the comments and they said it was a transgender woman. I was like, oh, okay, well, her operation did her justice because I could not tell. But, then I'm like, well, this is Katy Perry. Katy Perry is known to, do full support about, the LGBT community, so I'm not surprised by that. But the people in the comments were just so focused on the fact that, oh my God, this is a girl, like, why is she singing to another girl? This is 2013, and you're still homophobic? I'm gonna need you to catch up with the times. But anyways, you go, Unconditionally is the second single. I love that song, and I didn't get to see her perform it on Saturday Night Live when she did it, a live rendition, but I'm gonna make sure I check that out. The next song is Dark Horse featuring Juicy J. Now, I didn't know what the fuck a dark horse was. I had to Google it, I had to Wikipedia it, I had to find out what the fuck it's called. And a dark horse, at least from what the definition, is kind of like a synonym for an underdog, or just a dark horse is just something that you wouldn't expect, or just something that came that you just didn't expect or was ready for. So I'm guessing she's kind of like, making a song for the underdogs or something. But when she was doing like a Q&A on her Twitter page, she was like, it's about falling in love with a witch. And making sure that you realize what it is that you're getting yourself into. So I'm like, well, that explains some of the lyrics, but then like the definition of a dark horse kind of confused me. But either way it goes, sonically, the way that it sounds is nice. I like the way the little beat drops. It makes you do the little hey, Katy Perry and Miley Cyrus and hell, even Lady Gaga have gotten their songs. They're poppy, but they have they throw in like a urban-esque feel so that they can appeal to the urban audience a little bit, with also trying to cater to their current fan base. And I like that. It's different. It makes for nice collaborations because you never know what it's gonna sound like between the two different artists. Like I thought having Lady Gaga and Too Short and Twista and T.I. on the same track would just be ooh. But I heard the live version and it sounds good. I like that. That's gonna be one of my favorite songs from Art Pop. But we're gonna get back to PRISM. We're gonna get back to PRISM. So what song was I just doing? Oh, Dark Horse. Yes, that was the snippet. That was one of her promo singles, I guess. That and Walking on Air, she's kind of released to buy, but we're not officially singles, so I hope we can still get videos for those, because those are two really, really good songs. The next song is called This Is How We Do. Now, This Is How We Do is like a regular pop song, talking about, we have all this money, these are the things that we like to do, this, that, and the fourth. But there's this talking part in the song where she's like, shout out to everybody who has their car parked in the valet and it's Tuesday. I guess she's trying to say, like, you've been partying since like Friday or Saturday and you have enough money to leave your car in the valet 2-3 days. I'm guessing that's what she was trying to say. But she was just saying all these fun things, shout out to those who do this and do that. But there was this one thing that this bitch said, and then I kind of was just like, oh, that's not cute. She said, shout out to those who's buying bottles with their rent money. Now, girl, you are advocating the wrong thing. Because you know people's already ain't got their priorities right. You ain't going to sit there and encourage them to be homeless. But either way it goes, I like that song. I think that's a really good song for her to perform like on tour. It may not, I wouldn't suggest it be like a single, but it would be something really, really fun to do like on the PRISM tour or whatever it is that she decides to call this. But the next song is called International Smile. Now she's this song is another one that's grown on me a lot, and she's pretty much talking about, you know, this girl who has, you know, who's this it's independent female. She's got this wonderful smile. She's going here, she's going there, you know, you catch her if you can. Like she's kind of like talking about that girl that I guess, you know, most men will see that, oh, this girl always got it going on. Like she's beautiful, she's this, she's independent. Like she's just that girl that's unattainable, seemingly unattainable. And this is the song that's talking about, you know, she's excuse me. She's this and she's that, and she's got that international smile. Like she has everything that every man wants. So I think that's a nice, cute little song. It's kind of, you know, I don't want to call it a filler, but it's really cute for what it is. The next song is Ghost. I haven't gotten into Ghost yet, but, you know, the premise of the song is that, you know, you're kind of like a ghost of who you used to be, and, you know, I don't really recognize you. And that's happened, you know, I could say in my life, you know, where you come across people where they may seem one way, but then all of a sudden they just start turning into somebody else, and now it's like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Who is this? I don't know this person, you know? But that's pretty much what I got from the song. And here we are on track number 10. This is one of my other favorite tracks. This is called Love Me. Now, I want y'all to really get into the lyrics of Love Me. Now, anybody who's been in a bad relationship can relate to Love Me. And basically, there's a line in the song that says, well, I don't know if I'm going to say it verbatim, but she's basically saying, I'm going to love myself the way I want you to love me. Okay? And that is so powerful because it's pretty much like if you can't love yourself, you can't expect anybody else to love you. So, and one of the first lyrics of the song is, I lost myself trying not to lose you. Because so often do we get in these relationships and we try to do everything we can to change ourselves or do something, you know, to appease the other person, but we're not getting anything out of the relationship ourselves. So I applaud her for making that song. I believe a lot of people need to hear that message, and so kudos for that, Katy. I would like to see a video for that, a performance or something, because I really, really like that. The next song is called This Moment, which is pretty much kind of like one of those songs where she's saying, you know, all we have is right now, you know, let's get our life, let's do this, let's do that. You know, let's just live in the moment. It kind of reminds me of the same message that Rihanna has on her Unapologetic album, the song called Right Now, where all we got is right now, let's just live it up and enjoy the moment. And, you know, that's pretty much kind of like an approach that I'm trying to incorporate in my own life. Because me, I'm the kind of person that I like, what do they call it? I think there's a name for it, or at least what I've heard is called like a safety net syndrome, where you don't like to do anything risky, relatively risky, unless you know that you can come out okay in the end. Like, you're not, you're not one to take risks unless you know for sure that you have some kind of safety net underneath it in case shit goes wrong. So you're less likely to take risk because you're afraid of failure. So I guess I'm the kind of person that I am, and I'm working on that. But you know, it is what it is. But this moment is, you know, stay about living in the moment. You know, taking advantage of what the things that life has to offer, and you know, not being so afraid to, you know, live your own life. And so I appreciate her for that song as well. I believe that's definitely a song that everybody should listen to. So really get into the album. Like a lot of times we miss out on a lot of good music just because we listen to just the singles of the album and just the songs that are promoted. but you need to get into the album, because every album that you can think of, like that had like really, really popular hits, they had some really good songs that just were never released from the album that you just never knew about unless you bought it. So I always encourage people to at least listen to entire albums, because you never know what you might like. But skipping on through, there's this song. There's really only one more song, or two more songs that I'm going to talk about from the CD. And this one is called By the Grace of God. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. Katy, I feel you on this. This song, she said, was written back in November 2012, and it's considering the breakup she had with her ex, Russell Brand. What's his last name? Russell Brand? I think that's his name. And she felt semi-suicidal because she was just so down from, you know, the detriment of the relationship. And she's saying, by the grace of God, you know, I looked myself in the mirror and decided to stay. Like, I wasn't going to let love take me out that way. So she pretty much got herself back up. You know, she said her sister was there to keep her head above the water. You know, she had a support system. And by the grace of God, she's still here. And she didn't allow herself to fall in that funk. And so I'm like, yes. Yes, Katy, I can feel you on that. And you can substitute your own situations with these lyrics. Like, you can say, it may not be love, it may be your job, it may be your family, it may be whatever personal issue that you have, you can relate to this song if you were able to come out of it. So I really commend her on that one. And she performed that on the iTunes Festival. Excellent song, excellent, excellent song. And the last song that I want to talk about from the album is called It Takes Two. It Takes Two, the message of it is so important. It's basically talking about, because, you know, whenever we have, even if it's dealing with a relationship or a friendship or whatever, and there's, you know, like I said, there's three sides to every story. The he said, she said, and the truth. It Takes Two talks about, you know, whatever the situation is that we're having with each other, it takes two to make this issue. So I can't sit here and just blame you for everything. It takes two to make this mess. So I have to start taking blame for myself. So, because we know all too often we talk about, well, he did this to me, and he did this, and he did that. But what part did you take in the situation, sweetheart? Okay, you know, we don't ever look at that. But, you know, that's pretty much the album that, well, what I want to say about the album, you guys. This album, is it better than Teenage Dream? I can't say yet. I enjoy a lot of the songs, but excuse me, just like Teenage Dream, it got better because we got more videos, we got performances, and, you know, as an era goes on, really, like, you don't appreciate a CD until it's been out for a little bit and it's been promoted and you've seen performances and you've seen it portrayed the way the artist wants you to see it. And so I feel like this album is going to last a long time. I feel like she can ride this out for a really, really long time. I still love me some Teenage Dream. Like, Teenage Dream is just an awesome pop album made with really good, feel-good music, and just makes you, it has like a lot of good messages in it. Now, I don't know if she's going to try to go for that Michael Jackson record again with this album, but I don't know. I feel like she can at least get 5 hits off of this if she promotes it right, because Roar is already #1. Unconditionally is more than likely going to be #1, because that's an awesome song, and it has an awesome message to it. And she puts the right video to it, #1. I want to say Walking on Air has potential to be #1. I don't think she's going to release Birthday. It would be awesome if she did, just because I love that song so much. But I don't foresee her, you know, releasing it. Let me see what songs I think should be singles. Or at least get videos. I think Dark Horse should get a video. Dark Horse is kind of like E.T. a little bit. And I don't know, it kind of reminds me of E.T. International Smile could be a video. Love Me could be a video. And By the Grace of God could be a video. So I want y'all to make sure y'all like this video. And also tweet this video to Katy Perry. I want to see if there's a possibility she might see it. So if you see it, click the little share button. Tag my name in it, JAMAR84. And then tag Katy Perry and tell her to watch this. And if you tweet it out, and I see you tag Katy Perry, I'll follow you on Twitter. Okay? So if you guys can get this video out to Miss Perry, I greatly appreciate that. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and all that other good stuff. And I'm going to try to get out as many videos as I can this week before I leave for out of town. So, I think the next video, somebody sent me an email and I might answer their question. So, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for all your love and support. Bye-bye.